Hi everyone, and as promised, I will be getting back to doing some Hydra again. So, without further ado, let's uh, let's go ahead and jump into that. How should we start? We could. Let's try something doing with shape. Okay. Yeah. And then there's like another parameter to shape that I never. Okay, it's like scale, I think. And there's like a third parameter. Right. Third parameter is like, has to do with sort of the edges. Let me actually look up quick what the. Yeah, it's the smoothing as opposed to the radius. And it's kind of funny that it acts almost like a radius, except. What if I multiply it by an oscillator? What does that do? Okay, but that effect is kind of nice. But let's maybe give some color. This is where I sort of wish there was this is where I sort of wish that Hydra's, I mean, it's like JavaScript, right? I sort of wish it had Lisp style keyword arguments, so I could leave out whatever arguments I wanted and just supply certain ones with the keywords. So if I wanted all the standard settings of the oscillator, but I wanted to change the, say, color, then I would just, colon color, and then it's just a thing I would like. I'm always kind of a sucker for Common Lisp, and I think there's always things I wish other languages stole from it. Let's see what happens if we just add another wave. And that is super bright, so instead let's blend the other wave. And let's blend it in just a little bit. And now we've got this really nice ghostly light effect. It's kind of Spielberg lighting, if I'm being real with you. But that's not a bad thing. It's fine. It's fun. But it is kind of a neat effect. So how do we ruin it? Oh. Did I ruin it or did I make it better? I'm actually not sure. This is interesting. So, and then let's modulate. Let's do another. Except let's do. Or actually, no. Let's do this, but let's mask it by another shape, and let's like a pentagram, a pentagon. And I forgot paren somewhere. Right there. Now look at that. That is kind of fun. Now what happens if we change the smoothing parameter here too? Ah, you get this little kind of dreamlike effect here. Now that is fun. Huh. Trying to think of what else I want to do with this, because this sort of seems... I mean, this is so cool so far. Well, one thing is, could always change the color of the other oscillator too, and maybe make it move the opposite direction. That's starting to look pretty cool. Now, the question is, can we do anything feedbacky that would feel good here, or is it just going to kind of ruin some of the nice subtle effects we have? Well, first off, let's see what happens if we increase the... Okay, that's fun. And if we make this really small, that's a little hypnotizing in a good way. What if we make it big? What if we make it stupid big? That is actually still kind of awesome. Okay. And if I stop it, we just get this. And if I turn down that mask, the smoothing. Okay, we've made the edges more dreamy. But if we do a modulate collide again, this time with our source, what's gonna happen? Yeah, okay, I figured. Whenever you do the modulate with like the source you were just using, you really get these like dusty particle looking patterns, which is very cool, but not actually what I wanted for this. I want something a little more smooth and low key. I kind of like this dreamlike feeling around the edges, so instead, but if I do this again, you know, if we basically do like the exact same thing, again, we should be able to get, okay, so see, we get that shape in the center now, but if we yet again make its radius 0 and then making the smoothing really big, we'll get the, yep, yeah, we're just getting those nice effects of the, have it kind of like, I don't know how else to describe it than almost a kind of like fading out at, you know, into dreaminess at the edges, and that is a very nice effect. And then if we just did like a normal collide after that, what would that look like? Yeah, honestly, it takes away a lot of the fun, so let's leave it like this. But you know, I could attempt to do like something with a rotate. Now, I'm trying to remember, is there a modulate rotate? There is a modulate rotate. that is interesting. But also, let's try modulate repeat first. And let's just do the default oscillator. And I apparently forgot some. Oh, no. Fun. Let's see if we can have more fun with it. Okay. Can kind of see there's the rotation and the waviness. Let's actually make that. Yeah. That's a bit better. Let's even turn that down a little more. And then if we use scroll, we can do that, but I think it'll actually be better if we do something. Well, this might be a fun time to try and... Let's see what happens if we do the... source the output for the... Yeah, still just gain this kind of effects. But let me see if I turn down the modulation a bit. Okay. It's a little more, keeping more of the original vibe. And only in the centers is it really getting pixely. Still not really what I want. So let's instead make what we put in the modulate scroll. Let's make that something interesting, like a noise that is itself but what if we made the noise modulated by the main signal? What would that do? And misstepren? Absolute horror show? Okay. Yeah, that's a little more like what I want. Let's say, let's turn that down. And then at the end, what if we did like multiply this by something? I'm not sure what. Let's make it multiplied by another. So that's, that's all right. Okay. I'm gonna blend it. Yeah, that's a little boring. But we can make that kind of fade in the background, but I don't think that's useful. I think what would be more useful is if we took this and then what if we did another mask by let's just keep pushing this one trick and seeing how far we can break it. Okay. It took a while for that to render, but I mean, it's running great now that it has. Yeah, actually, that's kind of fun. That is kind of fun. because it means you have not everything is kind of scrolling in the same way. It's stretching and pulling and writhing. That's kind of cool. Gosh, what happens if I ruin this with just like, is it called Thresh or Threshold? Let's look. It is called Thresh. Yeah, heck, let's see what happens if I ruin this with a Thresh. I'm definitely making everything work so hard. Does it lose some of the fun? Yes. Is it sort of awesome in its own way? Also, yes, very. If I turn down the threshold a little, I have to wait like a good 10 seconds now for it to render. Okay. Now, if after I've done that, what happens if I do Luma? I actually don't know. Does it do anything? Does it actually shift? I don't know. We'll say, however. So that's kind of a fun shape. And let me see. And since things are sort of working, this is the time on the show where we need to see if we can just completely break everything in the world. So, what if I diff this with... Oh my god, I don't know. Let's hit this trick one last time. Let's see what happens. Do I have... Okay, one more paren. Huh. Not actually what I expected. Huh. Kind of cool though. So yeah, let's try doing the wide smoothing again. You probably noticed that, you know, it's definitely a vibe of mine to try and take any trick we can come up with and then just push it to its absolute stupidest. Okay, actually that's sort of neat. But I do think it would be neater if the shape that's generating the masking was scrolling by something, right? And then, oh, it's taking so long. Okay, so now we can kind of see some of that crunchiness, like, traveling a little bit, which is cool. And to just completely break all of this, now let's do modulate repeat again, and let's do it with just a default oscillator. And now we're again at kind of a geekus fight. So let's get stupid. right, obviously it was going to do that, right? Let's actually do this by noise instead, see what happens. Oh, I am just abusing everything here. Okay. That finally rendered. And let's continue being mean to my web browser. Crap. Oh no. I'm going to have to actually reload the page. And now we're gonna try that again. And let's see what happens. We wait like a good 30 seconds at this point for rendering to start. Because I am being very mean. Okay, I think I hit the point at which I have made Hydra just completely give up. So I'm gonna try loading it in one more time. Oh no. My browser is so unhappy. In fact, it's unhappy enough I can't even... Okay. Look at that. Look at the little frowny face in the corner. Oh no. Okay. Yes, you can actually see it. Yeah. Look at that. What have I done? I'm just ridiculously mean. I'll attempt to reload. And render this. Okay. And let's see what happens. If anything, because I think this just seems to break. I think I hit a critical threshold of a complication. Oh yeah, okay. So in that case, I will end the video here, having abused Hydra into just telling me where I can shove this code, and that's fine, that's fair, I respect its boundaries, and I will stop right now. But we'll probably have more fun with Hydra in future videos. Till then, take care.